Well, hello and welcome to 30 Day Reset with me. I'm Cassandra B. And this is day 17. We are already over 2 weeks in. So today we're going to do just a bit of a check-in and to go over what we've learned so far and to kind of just check in with our bodies and see how our bellies have been doing. So how is everybody feeling these days? Are you starting to settle in? Are you feeling a little better? Have you felt a little yuckier? How have you been? Did you get flu-like in the beginning? Are you starting to settle in now? Or is it just become a normal routine? You got a few more days before it's been 3 weeks, and 21 days in, that becomes much more like a reset of our how we move forward. So have you been drinking enough water? That is the biggest one. The biggest change you can do for yourself is making sure that you hydrate with all the best things, which is water, herbal teas, lemon water. Have you brought down your caffeine levels to a respectable bit? I haven't. But do you wait that 90 minutes to 2 hours when you get up, before you have your first cup of caffeine? Are you doing that for yourself? Getting your body so it's moving before your digestion gets sluggish? Because remember, I said caffeine first thing in the morning actually shuts your body down, whereas drinking warm lemon water first thing in the morning, a little bit of salt in it, sea salt, will actually activate your digestion system to work better. So it's a really simple little thing to change up and add. Now, taking that coffee for not 90 minutes to 2 hours, that's a little bit tough, that caffeine. But I promise you, over time, you will start to feel so much better by not drinking that first thing in the morning and getting your digestion to do what it needs to do. It helps reduce common irritants. Coffee in the stomach is actually really hard on your digestion. It's hard on your liver, your kidneys, and your gut health. So we need to do some better things for it. We want to cut back on the ultra processed foods, the excess sugars, the alcohols. Be mindful of dairy and gluten if you are sensitive to it. If you're not, have at her. My son has always been a huge milk drinker, and that's what makes him feel good. My kids, and so maybe milk is something that actually works for you. Maybe milk is something that doesn't. Wherever you flow, find that right one for you. So today we've, just to go into where we were. So day 17 is about gut reset. You've been supporting your gut. Now we go a little deeper because we want to reinforce the powerful living foods that we have been helping us to reset and also to rebalance your system. So fermented foods we talked about, it helps to repopulate the gut biome. This makes things better. It makes us digest better. It makes us be healthier. We need the beneficial bacteria in our bellies to actually help us be in our best. And the ways to really help support that, as I have said before, but I'll remind you, sauerkraut, raw, unpasteurized, kimchi, yogurt, plain, unsweetened. Remember, we want to add real fruit into it, not buy ones that have fruit already, because those sugars metabolize and then that yogurt's actually no good for you. Kefir, and then kombucha. Small amounts. You don't need to drink a whole bottle of kombucha. We get into these ideas that we have to have so much of everything. Just, a couple of ounces will make a super big difference. So even if you just take a shot glass of that every morning, you add a little bit of sauerkraut onto any one of your meals, these things will change things. Plain yogurt with a little fruit and a little oatmeal first thing in the morning, that also will help support your gut so that it can move through the day. It gives it a beautiful system to work on and layer up. If you do something really great for your body first thing in the morning and then you eat something that's crappy later, the support that your gut has already gotten will make it so this doesn't stay in your system. This doesn't get absorbed in the same way. This gets let go because this has gotten better and is there to support and release and get rid of the shit that's not supposed to be there, which is the sugars, all of the bacteria that is not healthy, all of those kind of things, the toxins, the heavy metals, all those stuff that has been put in our system for years, whether we've been breathing it, eating it, or drinking it. So these are things to help you shift those things out. By adding fermented foods, it actually works as a probiotic. It improves our digestion. It supports nutrition absorption, right? That's why it also doesn't absorb all that other stuff, because it's doing proper things, and it only wants to support and strengthen your gut microbiome to make it so it's better. The stronger gut, better energy, better digestion, better overall function, better sleep, better skin, better hair, better everything. So your gut health makes so that the rest of your health is strong and steady and supportive. If your body isn't used to fermented foods, though, remember, we're just taking a little bit, just a forkful, and then, make it amongst your food. Or just take one little spoonful, put it in your mouth, and eat the rest of your food, just getting yourself into that one little bite. If you can just do one bite, it will make all the difference in the world. Too much too fast can cause bloating. That's normal. Just scale it back. So sometimes we get bloating because we're moving our bodies a little too fast. Slow it down. Like I said, a little bit at a time goes a very long way. A little bit over time will build up that beautiful space for in your own body. Sauerkraut and veggies, so good for you. Kefir and banana, yogurt and oats, all of these things are really good. We learned this too on the prebiotic foods. We learned this on like day 11 of how to combine things and make things so they work better. You don't need to overhaul all your meals. Just add one good thing. Just add a supportive piece in. I'm not asking you to change your whole world. I'm not even asking you to change a whole lot of stuff. I'm asking you if you could do one good thing for your body today, one good thing for your belly health, one good thing to support you so that you have a longer, healthier life. Isn't that worth it to do just one little change inside your system? I'm giving you literally 30 days of aspects that you can change in your system. If you take just one of them, it'll already make a big difference in how you move through the world. So one little change in your diet, in how you support, and this is not about cutting everything out. It's actually about doing things to support you. It's about doing things to rebuild and support your gut health so your body breaks down what it needs, so that it gets rid of what it doesn't, so that your muscles build strong and your fat dissolves and pees away. That kind of shift is where we're going. We want to drain the lymph nodes. If you've been really puffy lately, chances are you've been sitting stagnant a little too long. Do some facial massages. Get the body moving. Get a massage in your body. Do some things that are better for you. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle is the best thing you can do to get your body moving, because it shifts all the body spots that you need to. It really allows your body to wiggle and jiggle. And that helps everything to move out. The fats, the traumas, the craps. Get it out. All you got to do is dance while you clean your space. Dance while you wiggle out to the car. Dance for 3 minutes before you leave your house to get your body moving in the best way possible. Do that every 3 hours and you are so supporting. And 3 minutes every 3 hours is not going to kill anybody. And it's not that hard to do. Or maybe every time you go to the bathroom, dance your way back to where you were. Because that also, we go to the bathroom probably every 3 hours, maybe less, a little more, whatever that is. But if you were wiggling and jiggling after you go to the bathroom or doing the pee-pee dance to the bathroom, how much more that could support you. And also how that'll bring in joy and bliss and fun, which also brings up your energy, which again supports everything, including your belly health. So isn't that fantastic? Just little changes that can make such a big difference. The other things we just, were little reminders as we're getting into summer: ultra processed food, excess sugar, alcohol. We want to be mindful of these things. All the ice creams and the goodies and all of those things. I'm not saying not indulge. I'm saying let's support our gut health so that when we do indulge, it doesn't settle in and become a part of our body. That it comes in, it enjoys for a moment, and it shifts out and does not stay. That's what we're doing. It is not about restriction. It's about creating space for your gut to calm down and be in the best space to break everything else down while you're being. It's a balance. If you are balancing your life all the way around, you will move through it in a much better way. That's what we're doing for our bellies. I'm not saying don't eat the chocolate cake. Matter of fact, I can tell you this week I ate a whole box of cookies. Not good on a 30-day reset. I went into emotional healing. I had a bad day, but I can tell you, And those cookies all went out of my system pretty quick because I was doing all the things that are good to support it to start with. One bad day, one bad decision does not break everything. It just means reset, restart, and do again. It's okay. If you are supporting your health every day in the best way, a bad day of eating is not going to hurt you. The popcorn at a movie is not going to be detrimental. The chocolate cake on a Friday night is not going to be, oh my gosh, no. That drink out with the ladies is not going to be looked at as awful. The beer with the boys in the backyard is going to be fine if we are doing all the things to support ourselves every other day, right? So support your gut health so that it can break down everything that doesn't need to stay in your system. It's a little tidbit. Consider the probiotics too, to really remember that they are best paired when you are, first off, empty tummy. Never put fruit on top of other food. Fruit goes in first because that will ferment in your belly, and then it becomes alcohol, and then nothing breaks down. So remember, fruit always should be on an empty stomach so that it can be broken down best and not turn into fermentation, because that kind of fermented food, that's alcohol and it's not good for you. So just some little tidbits to just change those little things quickly. Eat the fruit first, then eat the foods. Sometimes we need to eat dessert first before the full-on meal. In lots of places around the world, they actually do eat fruit and those kind of things before they start their meal to actually bring in fiber and all sorts of great things to help break things down. So there is all sorts of different ways to eat. And I can say in the Western world, we definitely do not eat the best or in the best ways. The other thing, when you are finished your meal, get off your butt. For 15 to 20 minutes every time you eat, you should get up and move right afterwards. We want to sit and be present while we're eating, not scrolling, not any of that. We want to be sitting in presence, paying attention to how we're eating. And then when we are done, get up, move, get some things going. 15 minutes of moving your body after you eat will help your digestion, will help the fat not to settle in your body, and will help for everything to move. Then things don't get stagnant in your lymph nodes, they don't get stagnant in your gut, and they don't get stagnant anywhere else like your ass. So move your body right after you eat so that you are not staying stagnant and stuck and letting that get absorbed into your system. And then remember, regulating the nervous system is one of the things that gets overlooked so much. And it is so powerful. Your gut and your brain are directly connected, right? Brain gut health. This is my schooling. This is where I come from, is to how does the brain gut body medicine work? How does your brain and your gut go together? How do they lose weight? How do they gain weight? How do they stress? How do they hold on to stuff? Why does your skin break out? Why does your hair break? Why do you get bald spots? All of this is because we are not regulating our nervous system and we are not supporting our gut health for our brain to actually be in its best. So if you're not doing what's good for your body, your brain is suffering the most. It is getting dehydrated. It is getting chemical storms. It is getting all of this stuff. So today, gentle movement, deep breathing. One of the best things you can do for your overall body is breathe. And your brain needs oxygen. Without oxygen, it dies. So oxygen is the food for your brain. So breathe, babies. Breathe. In for 4, hold, out for 6. Or the box breath. 4 in, hold for. 4 out, hold for. 4 in, hold for. 4 out, hold for. Those are so good for your system and to reset and to regulate all the stuff that's going on. And eating in a calm state. That's where we want to be really not rushed, not stressed, being in present moment, being aware, not on our phones, not watching television, paying attention to what we're putting in our bodies. And one little last quick tidbit to do with food is the darker, the brighter, the bolder the color, the better it is for you. So think about that when you're finding your fruits, your vegetables. The darker the color, the better it is. So sleep and rhythm. This is the one that so many of us get screwed up on. Constant sleep schedule. We actually need for our our gut bacteria needs circadian rhythm. It needs regular timing. It needs time to rest. You only heal while your body is in rest mode. So if you are not resting, your body's not healing, then your gut's not doing and nothing is coming into. So If you are not sleeping well, that's the first thing we need to actually look at. So where do you fall in all of these things? Do you sleep well? Do you drink well? Do you eat well? Do you move your body? Where is it that you maybe need to take a deeper look today to see where you can do one small thing to make that better for you? When to be cautious. If you are dealing with ongoing issues of, remember, I'm not with you. I'm not your doctor. I am just giving you little tidbits to do better health for yourself. If you want a little more information for you specifically, reach out to me or reach out to your doctor or dietitian. Anyway, when you are dealing with ongoing issues like chronic bloating, pain, irregular bowel movements, irritable bowel syndrome, those kind of things, we need to go and see a doctor or a dietitian, a nurse practitioner to find better ways to deal with our health in those ways. So if you're having those struggles, please reach out to the right people to get the right information so that you can start working better on your own health. It is worth speaking to your healthcare practitioner, professional, rather than self-examining too aggressively. And don't switch up too many things if you are in a bit of a struggle or a health issue. Go see your doctor, tell them what you've been doing, tell them what you've been eating, drinking, and let them kind of maybe look at what's happening for you. Take a few blood tests and maybe see if something's not working best for you. There's so many gluten allergies, there's so many sensitivities, there's so many things that we have not caught over time. And some of it also, if you are over the age of 35, it could be hormones that are messing you up. So some things to think about. Please go see your doctor and then just change small little things a day at a time and do something better for yourself today. Really, these changes I've talked about over time, none of them will cause you harm. None of them will cause you grief or issue. They're actually here to help you reset, get better, and have a good place to come from to start. So we need a month to actually reset our body. We need 3 weeks to make new patterns and plans. And that first week doesn't usually count because, let's be honest, we usually cheat. So the first week is kind of getting in line. The next 3 weeks are about finding those patterns to be doing better things for ourselves. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fabulous day. This is 30-Day Reset with me, Cassandra B. Take a nice deep breath today. Find your balance. And remember, the only thing you need to worry about is your next best step. So what best step are you going to do for your gut health today? I'll see you again tomorrow for a 30-Day Reset with me, Cassandra B.